You are more powerful than you know. The secret to unlocking that power lies in the words you tell yourself. The most profound change occurs not when you see it in the outer world, but when you change what you believe to be true within yourself. If you truly understood the creative power of your own mind, you would be amazed at the results that could unfold in your life. What I'm about to share with you is simple yet profound. It requires no action but a shift in your inner dialogue. The world outside is only a reflection of the world inside. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the seeds that shape your reality. Now, this is what I want you to do. Say these words to yourself in your mind: I am the creator of my reality. Everything I desire is already on its way to me, and it is unfolding perfectly. Repeat this over and over again in your mind throughout the day. Don't worry about how or when it will happen. Just focus on the belief that what you desire is already yours. The key is not to force anything. Let go of any doubt or resistance. Trust that the power of your inner world will naturally manifest in the outer world. You may not see immediate results, but remember, change starts within. Stay calm, stay focused, and allow the process to unfold. This is not about waiting in a passive sense, but in the knowing that all is well. Stay in the feeling of having it now. Speak this affirmation to yourself whenever you have a moment, whenever you need a reminder. Watch how the universe responds to this shift in your thinking. Soon you will begin to notice small changes, subtle shifts in your life. People, opportunities, and circumstances will start to align with your new belief. Keep saying these words in your head and wait. Wait for the results. Wait for the manifestation to take form in your life. What you are waiting for is already on its way. The power of your inner dialogue cannot be overstated. It is the most profound and influential force in your life, for it dictates how you perceive the world and how the world responds to you. What you say to yourself shapes your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately your reality. Your inner dialogue is not merely a passive stream of thoughts, but the guiding force that directs the course of your life. Every word you speak to yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, sends ripples into your mind and throughout your being. Most people are unaware of the magnitude of this power. They move through life reacting to external circumstances, believing that what happens to them is out of their control. But the truth is that the world around you is simply a mirror of what is taking place within you. When you change your thoughts, your beliefs, and your self-talk, the world must reflect those changes. This is why the way you speak to yourself is so important. It determines whether you will rise or fall, whether you will succeed or fail, and whether you will create the life you desire or remain stuck in the life you have. The words you tell yourself shape your identity. If you constantly affirm thoughts of lack, struggle, or limitation, your mind will accept them as your truth. You will begin to see the world through the lens of those beliefs, and the world will respond accordingly. However, if you begin to shift your inner dialogue to one of abundance, possibility, and empowerment, your reality will begin to shift as well. This is not about wishful thinking or pretending that everything is perfect, but about aligning your thoughts with the truth of your power and potential. Your inner dialogue is a constant conversation with your subconscious mind, which is the seat of your beliefs and habits. When you repeatedly say something to yourself, your subconscious mind takes it as fact. It doesn't question or analyze the information, it simply accepts and internalizes it. So, if you tell yourself that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of all that you desire, your subconscious mind will accept this and begin to align your thoughts, actions, and circumstances to make it true. On the other hand, if you tell yourself that you are not good enough, that success is for others but not for you, or that you are doomed to failure, your subconscious mind will act in accordance with these beliefs, keeping you trapped in a cycle of limitation. This is why the words you speak to yourself are so crucial. They are the seeds that you plant in your mind, and they determine what will grow. You have the power to choose the seeds you plant. You can choose to sow seeds of empowerment, success, and abundance, or you can choose to sow seeds of fear, doubt, and scarcity. The choice is always yours. It is important to understand that your inner dialogue is not merely a collection of random thoughts. It is the voice of your inner creator shaping the world around you. When you speak kindly and positively to yourself, when you affirm your power and potential, you activate the creative forces within you. Your thoughts are like magnets that attract experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your internal beliefs. If you believe that success is inevitable for you, you will find yourself naturally drawn to opportunities that lead to success. If you believe that you are capable of handling any challenge that comes your way, you will find solutions to every problem that arises. Your inner dialogue is the blueprint for your reality, and when you change it, you change the very foundation of your life. The power of your inner dialogue is also reflected in how you see yourself. How you speak to yourself shapes your self-worth and self-image. If you tell yourself that you are valuable, deserving of love, success, and happiness, you will begin to see yourself as worthy of these things. Your self-worth will rise, and you will naturally act in ways that reflect this newfound belief. Conversely, if you constantly criticize and belittle yourself, if you speak to yourself with harshness and judgment, your self-worth will diminish, and you will find it difficult to take actions that align with your highest potential. Your inner dialogue is not limited to the words you speak aloud. It also includes the thoughts that run through your mind, the silent conversations you have with yourself throughout the day. These thoughts, often unnoticed, are just as powerful as the words you speak aloud. Every thought you have about yourself, about your circumstances, and about your future is an affirmation of your beliefs. These thoughts shape your expectations, and your expectations shape your experiences. In order to harness the full power of your inner dialogue, it is essential to become aware of the words and thoughts you are allowing to run through your mind. Pay attention to the things you say to yourself, especially in moments of stress or uncertainty. Are you speaking to yourself with compassion, encouragement, and empowerment? Or are you speaking with criticism, fear, and doubt? The more conscious you become of your inner dialogue, the more control you have over the direction of your life. Remember, the power of your inner dialogue is not just about saying the right words, it is about truly believing and feeling the truth of those words. When you say something to yourself, make sure you feel it in your heart and soul. It is the feeling behind the words that activates the creative forces within you. So speak to yourself with love, with confidence, and with the knowing that you are the creator of your reality. The world will respond to this new inner dialogue, and you will begin to see the results in your life. At its core, this affirmation represents the understanding that your thoughts are creative forces. What you focus on, what you believe to be true, and what you feel within yourself will be mirrored in your outer world. The universe is constantly responding to your internal state, and when you affirm that everything you desire is already on its way to you, you are signaling to the universe that you trust in its ability to bring your desires to fruition. This simple act of affirming your desires not only puts you in alignment with your goals, but it also shifts your energy to a state of receptivity. Many people make the mistake of thinking that they must first see evidence of their desires in the physical world before they can believe they are possible. But the true power lies in believing before you see. When you affirm that everything you desire is already on its way, you are aligning yourself with the flow of the universe, which works on the principles of faith and trust. You are stepping into the energy of what is already on its way, rather than waiting for external circumstances to confirm it first. This shift in mindset is a powerful tool for manifestation, as it removes the resistance that often blocks the flow of your desires. When you affirm that your desires are already unfolding perfectly, you are essentially saying to the universe, I trust that everything is happening exactly as it should, and I am open to receiving it now. This affirmation also helps to dissolve the doubts and fears that can often cloud our thinking. When we are unsure of whether our desires are truly attainable, we are sending conflicting messages to the universe. Doubt creates resistance, and resistance slows down the process of manifestation. But when you affirm with confidence that everything you want is already on its way, you are closing the gap between your desire and its manifestation. You are removing the blocks of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, and creating a clear path for your desires to manifest. It is important to understand that this affirmation is not about forcing things to happen, or trying to control every aspect of your life. Rather, it is about trusting in the natural flow of the universe and allowing things to unfold in the perfect timing. The universe is constantly working to bring you what you need. And when you affirm that everything you desire is already on its way, you are putting your faith in that process. You are saying, I trust that everything is happening for my highest good, and I am willing to receive it with open arms. This affirmation also encourages patience and trust in the process. It's easy to become impatient when we want something badly and don't see immediate results. But the more you repeat this affirmation, the more you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. You begin to trust that everything is working out for you, even if you can't see it right away. When you affirm that your desires are already on their way, you are telling yourself that you don't need to force things or worry about how they will happen. You are simply allowing the universe to do its work and trusting that it will deliver your desires at the perfect time. In addition, this affirmation helps to cultivate a sense of gratitude and abundance. When you affirm that everything you desire is already on its way to you, you begin to feel as though you already have it. You start to focus on the abundance in your life rather than the lack. This shift in focus naturally raises your vibration, aligning you with the frequency of abundance and allowing your desires to manifest more effortlessly. The more you say this affirmation, the more you begin to embody the feeling of having what you desire, which is a powerful tool for attracting those desires into your life. The affirmation reinforces the idea that you are in control of your life and your reality. By claiming that you are the creator of your reality, you are taking full responsibility for the outcomes in your life. You are no longer a passive observer waiting for things to happen to you. Instead, you are actively participating in the creation of your reality, and this sense of empowerment is key to manifesting your desires. When you say these words with conviction, you are affirming your role as the creator of your life, and this belief in your own power opens up limitless possibilities for what you can achieve. This affirmation is a tool for cultivating the mindset of success. By repeatedly affirming that everything you desire is already on its way, you begin to act, think, and feel as though it is already here. You begin to take inspired action, make decisions with confidence, and approach life with a sense of purpose and clarity. The more you say this affirmation, the more you embody the mindset of a successful creator, and the more success you will attract into your life. When you let go of doubt and trust in the process of manifestation, you open yourself to receiving all that you desire. Doubt is one of the most powerful blocks to manifestation because it creates resistance, preventing the natural flow of energy from bringing your desires into your life. Doubt tells your mind that what you want is not possible, and when you believe that, you create a wall between yourself and your dreams. The moment you release that doubt and replace it with trust, you are aligning yourself with the infinite possibilities of the universe, allowing everything you desire to flow toward you effortlessly. Trust is the key that unlocks the doors to your desires. It is not enough to just affirm that you want something. You must also trust that it is on its way to you. Trust is the belief that the universe knows exactly what you need and when you need it. It is the knowing that your desires are already in motion, even if you can't see the evidence of them yet. Trust removes the urgency and anxiety that often accompany the process of waiting for something to manifest. When you trust, you let go of the need to control every detail of the process and allow things to unfold naturally, knowing that the universe is orchestrating everything in your favor. Doubt often stems from the belief that you are not worthy or deserving of what you desire. When you doubt your own worth, you send out vibrations of lack and unworthiness, which only attract more of the same. Trust, on the other hand, affirms your worthiness. It is the understanding that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer. Trusting the process is also trusting in your own power, knowing that you have the ability to create and manifest your desires with ease. It is the belief that what you want is not only possible but inevitable, and that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring it to you. When you doubt, you are holding on to the idea that your desires are outside of your reach. You are focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, which only amplifies the feeling of lack. However, when you trust in the process, you shift your focus to the present moment. You stop worrying about how or when your desires will show up, and you start to live in the belief that everything is already happening for you. You may not see the results right away, but trust allows you to rest in the knowing that your desires are unfolding in perfect timing. Trusting in the process also means letting go of the need for instant gratification. In a world where we are often conditioned to expect quick results, it can be challenging to trust that things are unfolding perfectly without immediate evidence. But trust requires patience. It requires the understanding that everything takes time, and that the universe is working behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it. When you trust the process, you'll also embrace uncertainty. You accept that not everything will happen according to the timeline you have in mind, and that is okay. Trust means having faith that the universe knows what is best for you, even if it doesn't look like what you expected. The process of manifestation is not always linear, and sometimes the universe has a better plan for you than the one you had imagined. Trusting in the process means being open to new possibilities and remaining flexible as you move forward. It means not being attached to a specific outcome, but rather trusting that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Letting go of doubt also means releasing the need to control every aspect of your life. Often we hold on so tightly to our desires, trying to force things to happen, that we create resistance. The more we try to control the outcome, the more we push it away. But when we trust, we relax and allow the universe to do the work. Trust is about surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that you don't need to micromanage every detail. It is about being in the flow of your desires and allowing them to manifest naturally. One of the biggest challenges in letting go of doubt and trusting the process is overcoming the fear of failure. Many people fear that their desires won't come to fruition, and this fear prevents them from fully trusting. However, fear is a product of doubt. When you trust the process, you release the fear of failure because you understand that there is no such thing as failure. Every experience, whether perceived as a success or failure, is simply a stepping stone toward your ultimate goal. Trusting in the process means trusting that everything, even the challenges and setbacks, is a part of the journey and is leading you exactly where you need to be. As you begin to trust more in the process of manifestation, you will notice that the universe starts to send you subtle signs and synchronicities. These are reminders that things are unfolding perfectly. Trusting in the process allows you to notice these signs and take inspired action when necessary. The universe speaks to you in many ways, and when you trust, you become more attuned to its guidance. You start to follow your intuition, knowing that it is leading you in the right direction. Letting go of doubt and trusting the process is about surrendering to the wisdom of the universe. It is about accepting that you don't have to have all the answers and that everything is working out exactly as it should. Trusting the process requires faith in something greater than yourself, knowing that there is a higher intelligence at work, orchestrating the perfect conditions for your desires to manifest. When you trust, you allow life to unfold with ease and grace, and you become an active participant in the creation of your dreams. Waiting with a sense of knowing rather than passively waiting for something to happen is a mindset shift that plays a significant role in how quickly and effortlessly your desires manifest. Many people approach the process of manifestation with an underlying feeling of impatience, often focusing on the absence of what they desire rather than the certainty that it is already on its way. This kind of waiting is often filled with anxious thoughts, doubts, and frustration because it comes from a place of feeling as though you lack something. It is waiting driven by a sense of desperation, a belief that you don't already have what you want, which can inadvertently block the flow of your desires. On the other hand, waiting with a sense of knowing is rooted in faith and trust in the process. It is not about simply sitting idle and hoping something will happen. It is about being certain that what you desire is already on its way to you, and that the universe is aligning the perfect circumstances to bring it into your experience. This type of waiting does not involve any grasping or holding on. Instead, it is about releasing the need to control the outcome and allowing things to unfold naturally. When you wait with knowing, you act as though what you desire is already here. You move through life with a sense of ease and confidence, trusting that everything is working out exactly as it should. The key to this shift in mindset lies in fully embracing the present moment and feeling the satisfaction and gratitude of already having what you desire. When you focus on the fact that your desires are already in motion, and that everything you want is already on its way, you change your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. You stop focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and instead you focus on the fact that you are already in alignment with your desires. This state of knowing helps you to remain calm, centered, and patient, regardless of the external circumstances. This type of waiting doesn't mean you stop taking action toward your goals. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing, but rather about moving forward with a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes. You continue to take inspired action, but you do so with the understanding that the outcome is already secured. When you act from a place of knowing, your actions are infused with certainty and trust, which makes them far more effective. You are not driven by desperation or urgency, but by a deep conviction that you are aligned with your desires, and that they are on their way to you. Waiting with knowing also means releasing the need for external validation or evidence that your desires are on their way. Too often, people look for signs or proof that things are progressing as they hope, but this creates a constant sense of doubt. The moment you begin to question whether or not your desires are coming, you move into a state of uncertainty, which sends out conflicting messages to the universe. However, when you wait with the knowing that your desires are already on their way, you no longer need external confirmation. You trust that everything is unfolding according to a perfect plan, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. This state of mind allows you to remain calm and focused, knowing that everything is happening in its own time, and that you are always in the right place at the right moment. The more you cultivate this sense of knowing, the more you begin to feel the excitement and anticipation of receiving your desires without any attachment to how they will manifest. You embrace the feeling of having what you want, knowing that it is already on its way, and this feeling of abundance attracts even more of what you desire. You begin to notice small signs and synchronicities that affirm you are in alignment with your goals, and these signs serve to reinforce your belief that your desires are coming to fruition. As you continue to wait with knowing, you will find that the waiting period becomes shorter and shorter, because you are no longer holding on to a feeling of lack, but instead you are embracing the truth that everything is already unfolding perfectly. This kind of waiting is also deeply empowering. It places you in the driver's seat of your life, because you realize that you are not dependent on anyone or anything to create your reality. You are the creator, and everything is already in motion, because you have decided that it is. The universe responds to your inner state, and when you hold the knowing that your desires are on their way, you send out the energy of certainty, which in turn brings those desires closer to you. Waiting with knowing is not about forcing or rushing things, it's about allowing them to unfold with ease, trusting that the perfect timing will present itself. This level of surrender is incredibly freeing because it allows you to release the stress and tension that often accompany the desire for things to happen immediately. Moreover, waiting with knowing creates space for joy and peace in the present moment. Instead of constantly striving for a future goal, you begin to enjoy the journey and the process of becoming the person who is capable of receiving what you desire. You stop putting off your happiness until the manifestation shows up and instead choose to enjoy the feeling of fulfillment right now. This shift in perspective has a profound impact on your vibration, because when you feel happy, content, and at peace, you naturally align with the frequency of your desires. The more you embrace the idea that everything you want is already on its way, the more you become a magnet for those things. Ultimately, waiting with knowing is a practice of patience, trust, and faith. It requires you to release all doubts, fears, and impatience, and to embrace the belief that everything is unfolding in perfect harmony with your desires. This kind of waiting does not mean passively sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking inspired action when necessary, but always acting from a place of certainty and confidence that what you desire is already on its way to you. When you hold this mindset, the process of waiting becomes a time of joyful anticipation, where you can relax and enjoy the journey while knowing that the universe is working on your behalf. When you fully commit to the idea that your desires are already yours, your life begins to transform in ways you never imagined possible. This is not simply about wishing or hoping for something to come into your life, but rather about stepping into the identity of the person who already has what they desire. It's about living and acting as though your desires are no longer outside of you, but are a natural part of your reality. The moment you begin to truly believe that what you want is already yours, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and open the floodgates to receiving all that you desire. This concept of acting as if is a powerful tool in the process of manifestation. When you act as if something is already yours, you are not pretending or faking, rather, you are embodying the energy of your desires. You are fully stepping into the feeling and experience of having already achieved what you want. This shift in mindset has an incredible impact on the energy you project into the world. The way you carry yourself, the decisions you make, and the actions you take will all be aligned with your desires. By acting as if, you start to walk in the confidence and certainty of the person who has already manifested their goals, and that confidence is magnetic. The key to this practice is to feel the emotions associated with your desires as if they are already present in your life. Whether you are looking for wealth, love, success, or health, the emotions that come with having those things are the vibrations you want to embody. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, start feeling the freedom, joy, and security that come with having more than enough money. Don't wait for the physical manifestation to feel these emotions. Allow yourself to experience them now, in the present moment. This shift in emotion is what activates the law of attraction, sending out a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you begin to act as if, you naturally start to make decisions that align with your desires. You stop making choices based on fear, lack, or limitation, and instead, you act from a place of confidence and abundance. For example, if you desire a successful business, you would begin to take actions that the successful version of yourself would take. You wouldn't hesitate or second-guess yourself. You would move forward with the knowledge that your success is inevitable. Acting as if helps to remove the doubts and fears that often hold us back from taking inspired action. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions, you create those conditions by embodying the person who already has what they want. The more you act as if, the more you naturally align your outer world with your inner beliefs. This practice also encourages you to start seeing yourself as worthy of all that you desire. Often the reason people struggle with manifestation is that they feel unworthy or undeserving of what they want. But when you begin to act as if you already have your desires, you are telling yourself that you are worthy, and you deserve all the good things life has to offer. Acting as if helps to dissolve any feelings of lack or limitation, because it reminds you that you are already aligned with abundance. It allows you to release any negative self-talk or doubts about your capabilities and embrace the belief that you are deserving of everything you desire. Another powerful aspect of acting as if is that it strengthens your faith in the process of manifestation. When you begin to act as if, you stop waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel good or take action. Instead, you create a sense of certainty within yourself, knowing that your desires are already in motion. You stop looking outside yourself for validation and begin to trust in your own power to create the life you want. Acting as if helps you step into the energy of your desires before they physically manifest, and this confidence and certainty are what accelerate their arrival. It is important to note that acting as if is not about forcing or pretending to be something you're not. It's about stepping into the mindset and emotions of the person you would be once your desires have been fulfilled. This requires you to truly believe that you are already worthy of everything you want, and that the universe is working in your favor to bring your desires into your life. The more you live and act as though your desires are already yours, the more you train your subconscious mind to accept these desires as your new reality. You begin to naturally attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with this new version of yourself. This approach also requires patience and consistency. It's not about making one declaration or acting as if once and expecting everything to change instantly. The true power of acting as if comes with repeated practice, continually reinforcing the belief that your desires are already yours. It's about consistently embodying the emotions, thoughts, and actions of the person who has already achieved their goals. Over time, this repetition creates new neural pathways in the brain, shifting your beliefs and aligning your energy with the frequency of your desires. The more you act as if, the more natural it becomes, and the faster the manifestation process occurs. By committing to acting as if, you begin to see your desires materialize in your reality. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and when you consistently embody the energy of someone who already has what they want, you magnetize those things into your life. This shift in mindset allows you to attract opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that align with your new beliefs. As you continue to act as if, you will notice that things begin to unfold in ways that seem effortless, and the manifestation of your desires becomes a natural process. Acting as if is about becoming the person who already possesses what they desire. It is about embodying the feelings, emotions, and actions that align with your goals, and allowing the universe to respond in kind. When you fully commit to acting as if, you open the door to limitless possibilities and invite your desires to flow into your life with ease. The more you practice this mindset, the more you will see how powerful it is in transforming your reality and helping you manifest your dreams. As you move forward in the process of manifestation, it is essential to begin acting with the assumption that what you desire is already yours. This assumption is the cornerstone of shifting your reality. When you begin to assume that your desires are a given, that they are already an inherent part of your existence, you are stepping into the energy of certainty and power. This energy is magnetic, drawing your desires closer to you. The very act of assuming that your desires are already a reality helps to eliminate any uncertainty, doubt, or fear about whether or not they will manifest. Instead, you begin to live and move through the world as though the manifestation has already occurred, which is the key to seeing your desires materialize in the physical world. This assumption is not just a fleeting thought or a temporary belief. It is a deep knowing that your desires are already in the process of becoming your reality. It is unwavering belief that what you want is already on its way, even if you cannot see it yet. The power of assumption lies in the fact that the subconscious mind works in harmony with the beliefs you hold most strongly. When you assume that something is already yours, your subconscious mind begins to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that assumption, which in turn causes your reality to shift accordingly. One of the most powerful aspects of acting with this assumption is that it eliminates the need for external validation. Instead of seeking proof or signs from the outside world that your desires are manifesting, you trust in your own inner knowing. This trust in your assumption removes the anxiety that often comes from waiting for evidence that things are working out. You stop looking for signs, and instead, you simply carry the inner confidence that everything is already unfolding perfectly. This certainty has a profound effect on your energy, creating a vibration of alignment that draws your desires to you. When you assume that your desires are already yours, it shifts how you move through life. You stop making decisions based on fear or lack, and instead you begin to act with confidence and clarity. You no longer hesitate or second-guess yourself, because you know that the path you are on is the one that leads to the manifestation of your desires. You trust that everything is working out exactly as it should, and that every step you take brings you closer to the physical realization of your goals. This sense of certainty transforms your experience as you move through life with a sense of ease and purpose. The more you assume that your desires are already yours, the more you start to see evidence of their unfolding in your reality. Assuming that your desires are already yours also helps you to overcome the fear of failure. Many people hesitate to take action or fully commit to their goals because they fear that things will not work out. This fear comes from a place of doubt, which is the opposite of assuming success. When you assume that your desires are already realized, you no longer fear failure because you know that the process of manifestation is inevitable. Failure is no longer a possibility, as it is replaced with the understanding that everything you do is bringing you closer to your desired outcome. This sense of inevitability creates momentum, propelling you forward with confidence and determination. The assumption of success also allows you to remain focused on your goals. In the face of challenges or setbacks, you are not easily swayed by external circumstances. Instead, you return to your assumption that your desires are already in progress, knowing that any temporary obstacles are simply a part of the journey toward your ultimate manifestation. This mindset shifts your focus from problems to solutions, and you begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth and progress. When you assume success, you are less likely to get discouraged or distracted by difficulties, because you understand that they are simply stepping stones on the path to achieving your desires. Another aspect of acting with the assumption that your desires are already yours is that it requires you to be fully present in the moment. When you assume that everything you desire is already on its way, you stop anxiously looking ahead to the future or lamenting the past. Instead, you focus on the present moment, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly right now. This presence helps to cultivate a sense of peace and calm, as you are no longer consumed with worry or impatience. You begin to enjoy the process of manifestation, knowing that everything is happening in divine timing. Assuming that your desires are already yours also means embracing the emotions and sensations that come with having them. It's not just about thinking or believing that you will have what you want. It's about fully feeling the emotions of having it now. When you assume that your desires are already here, you embody the joy, gratitude, excitement, and satisfaction that come with their fulfillment. This emotional alignment is essential in the manifestation process, as emotions are a powerful force that send a signal to the universe about the energy you are putting out. When you assume success, you align your emotions with that success, and that alignment sends a strong, clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. This assumption of already having your desires requires you to step into a new level of self-belief. It means trusting in your ability to manifest and believing that you are worthy of receiving everything you desire. It is about letting go of any limiting beliefs or doubts about your capabilities and stepping into the power of your own creative potential. When you assume that what you want is already yours, you step into the energy of a person who is capable of creating and attracting whatever they desire. This shift in self-perception is powerful, as it aligns your sense of self with the reality you are creating. Ultimately, the assumption that your desires are already yours is the key to unlocking your power as a creator. It is not enough to simply wish for something or hope that it will come into your life. You must fully believe and act as though it is already yours. This belief fuels your actions, thoughts, and emotions, and creates the conditions necessary for your desires to manifest. When you assume success, the universe responds in kind, and everything begins to fall into place. The more you assume that your desires are already yours, the more you will begin to see them materialize in your reality, often in ways that exceed your expectations. This unwavering assumption is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. Living in the end means mentally and emotionally embodying the state of already having your desires fulfilled. It is the act of imagining and experiencing the feeling of having what you want right now, without waiting for external circumstances to align with your desires. The key to manifestation lies not in waiting for things to happen, but in living as though they already have. When you begin to live in the end, you are shifting your consciousness and your energy into alignment with the reality that you want to create. This is not just about fantasizing or daydreaming about your desires. It is about truly inhabiting the mental and emotional state of having already received them. Living in the end means embracing the full experience of your desires being realized, including the emotions, sensations, and thoughts that would accompany their fulfillment. For instance, if your desire is to become financially free, you would begin to mentally and emotionally experience what it feels like to already have that freedom. You would start to think and act as though you are already living the life of abundance and security that you long for. This might involve feeling the joy and peace that come with financial freedom, imagining how you would spend your days, and adopting the mindset of someone who has already achieved these goals. When you live in the end, you stop focusing on what is lacking and instead immerse yourself in the reality of having already achieved your desires. The power of living in the end is that it aligns your vibration with your goals. Every thought and feeling you have is a signal to the universe, and when you consistently live as though your desires are already yours, you send a powerful signal of certainty and abundance. The universe responds to this vibration by matching it with similar frequencies, drawing your desires closer to you. When you focus on the end result, the finished manifestation, rather than the process or the gap between where you are and where you want to be, you shift your energy into alignment with your desired reality. This makes it easier for the universe to bring those desires into your life. Living in the end also helps you to dissolve any doubts, fears, or feelings of lack that may arise during the manifestation process. As you mentally live in the end, you create a sense of security and trust that your desires are already on their way. This eliminates the need to worry about when or how they will manifest, because you are no longer concerned with the timing or the details. Instead, you trust that everything is already unfolding perfectly, and this sense of ease and confidence accelerates the process of manifestation. The more you live in the end, the more you embody the energy of someone who already has their desires, and the more that energy becomes magnetic. To live in the end, you must also cultivate a deep sense of detachment from the outcome. This is a crucial aspect of the process, as attachment to the outcome can create resistance and block the flow of manifestation. When you are too focused on when or how your desires will appear, you begin to question whether or not they will ever come to fruition. This uncertainty sends mixed signals to the universe, which can slow down or even stop the manifestation process altogether. Living in the end means fully trusting that your desires are already yours, without needing to know how or when they will arrive. By detaching from the outcome, you release the pressure and allow the universe to work its magic. An important component of living in the end is maintaining a strong sense of inner belief and self-worth. When you live in the end, you must believe that you are deserving of everything you desire, and that you are capable of bringing it into your life. This belief is crucial, as it fuels the confidence and conviction necessary to live as though your desires are already a part of your reality. If you do not believe in your own worthiness or ability to manifest, it will be difficult to live in the end with full conviction. The more you affirm to yourself that you are worthy of your desires, the easier it becomes to step into the state of already having them. Living in the end also involves taking inspired action. While you do not need to force or rush the manifestation process, taking inspired action is an important part of the equation. Inspired action is action that feels aligned with your desires and comes from a place of confidence and certainty. When you live in the end, you may find that you are naturally guided to take specific actions that will bring you closer to your goals. These actions are not driven by fear or desperation, but by a deep sense of alignment and knowing that your desires are already on their way. By following these intuitive nudges, you further reinforce the belief that your desires are already in progress. Another powerful aspect of living in the end is that it helps you to stay focused on the present moment. Often people become consumed with worrying about the future or lamenting their past, but living in the end anchors you in the now. When you focus on the feeling of having your desires already realized, you shift your attention away from the uncertainties of the future and the regrets of the past. This presence in the moment is essential, as it allows you to fully experience the joy and satisfaction that comes with knowing that your desires are already being fulfilled. The more you live in the end, the more you develop the ability to enjoy the journey, rather than constantly waiting for the destination. By consistently living in the end, you begin to notice how your outer reality begins to shift in response to your inner state. As you embody the feeling of having your desires already fulfilled, you will start to see signs and synchronicities that affirm you are on the right path. Opportunities, people, and circumstances will begin to align with your new vibration, and your manifestations will start to materialize in ways that feel effortless and natural. The more you live in the end, the more your reality will conform to the energy you are putting out, and the faster your desires will come into your life. Living in the end is about fully embracing the state of having your desires fulfilled right now. It is about embodying the emotions, thoughts, and actions of someone who has already achieved their goals, and trusting that the universe will respond by bringing those desires into your life. When you live in the end, you are no longer waiting for your desires to manifest instead. You are living as though they already have. This shift in perspective accelerates the manifestation process, drawing your desires closer to you with every thought, feeling, and action you take. The more you practice living in the end, the more you will experience the magic of manifestation and witness your desires coming to life. The art of living in the assumption that your desires are already realized requires a deep level of commitment and focus, but it is also the most powerful tool you can use to manifest your dreams. The core of this practice is to shift your consciousness entirely from a state of wanting or lacking to one of having. When you move from the mindset of wanting something to the mindset of already possessing it, you begin to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that reality. This simple, yet profound, shift has the ability to change everything. Living in the assumption that your desires are already yours is not just about thinking it is possible. It is about fully embodying the belief that your desires are already in your life, fully realized and complete. This assumption is the key to unlocking your creative potential and seeing the manifestation of your dreams in the physical world. One of the most powerful aspects of living in the assumption of having your desires is that it frees you from the burden of waiting. Most people are conditioned to wait for something to happen in the external world before they believe it is real or true. They wait for the evidence, the signs, or the confirmation that their desires are on the way. However, living in the assumption means you no longer need any external validation. You do not need to wait for the world to reflect your desires. You assume them to be true and act accordingly. This shift is liberating because it removes the dependency on outside circumstances. Instead of being at the mercy of time or events, you become the creator of your own reality, choosing to embody the feeling and belief that your desires are already yours. This is the key to releasing all limitations and stepping into a state of abundance and possibility. When you begin to live in the assumption of already having what you desire, you must fully immerse yourself in the experience of it. This means embracing the emotions that would come with having your desires fulfilled. For example, if you desire success in your career, you would begin to feel the pride, joy, and sense of accomplishment that someone who has already achieved that success would feel. If your desire is love and connection, you would feel the warmth, intimacy, and peace of being in a loving relationship. This immersion is not just a mental exercise, it is an emotional one as well. The feeling of already having your desires allows you to align with the frequency of those desires, which in turn causes them to manifest. Emotions are incredibly powerful because they are the fuel that propels your thoughts into the physical world. The more you can embody the emotional state of already having your desires, the faster they will begin to appear in your reality. Another key to living in the assumption is that it helps to shift your perception of time. People often fall into the trap of thinking that their desires are far off in the future, waiting to materialize at some unknown time. However, when you live in the assumption that what you want is already yours, you stop seeing it as something that is coming and begin to experience it as though it is already present. This shift eliminates the feeling of lack, because you are no longer focused on the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Instead, you live in the certainty that your desires are already part of your reality. This change in perception takes you out of the energy of waiting and into the energy of receiving. The more you assume that what you want is already present, the more your subconscious mind begins to filter your experiences through the lens of having rather than wanting. Living in the assumption also means letting go of the need for control. When you are waiting for external circumstances to change, you often find yourself trying to control the outcome. This need for control is born out of fear, doubt, or impatience, and it creates resistance to the flow of manifestation. However, when you live in the assumption that your desires are already realized, you surrender the need to control how and when they will come. You trust the process and know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust in the unseen, in the natural flow of the universe, is the catalyst for rapid manifestation. By assuming that your desires are already yours, you open yourself up to receiving them without interference or resistance. This faith is a powerful force that allows the universe to work in perfect harmony with your intentions, bringing your desires to fruition in ways that feel effortless. Another important aspect of living in the assumption is the ability to take inspired action. While you do not need to force or push for your desires to manifest, you must be open to taking action when you feel inspired. Living in the assumption that your desires are already yours activates a sense of clarity and purpose within you. When you assume that you are already living the life of your dreams, you naturally take steps that align with that reality. These actions are not motivated by fear or lack, but by a sense of certainty and alignment with your goals. Inspired action often feels easy, natural, and right, and it guides you toward the opportunities and circumstances that will bring your desires into reality. By taking action from a place of knowing, you build momentum toward the realization of your goals. Living in the assumption of already having what you desire also transforms your relationship with doubt and fear. Doubt often arises when you are focused on what is lacking or what hasn't yet manifested. However, when you live in the assumption that your desires are already yours, there is no room for doubt. You have already accepted the reality of your desires, and any lingering fears are dissolved by your unwavering belief in their inevitable manifestation. This belief in the end result shifts your energy and thoughts to a higher frequency, one of positivity, confidence, and certainty. Fear, doubt, and insecurity no longer hold the same power over you, because you are firmly rooted in the assumption of success. The more you live in this state, the more your actions, thoughts, and emotions become aligned with your desires, and the more quickly they manifest. Lastly, living in the assumption of already having what you desire is a practice of mental discipline and focus. It requires you to consistently return to the assumption, no matter what your circumstances or current reality may look like. The more you focus on living as though your desires are already a part of your life, the more you strengthen your belief and energy around them. This focus helps you to tune out the distractions of doubt, fear, or negative influences, and keep your mind firmly centered on the end result. Living in the assumption is not a one-time exercise. It is a daily practice of maintaining your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your desires. The more disciplined you are in keeping your focus on the assumption, the more effortlessly your desires will come to you.